What's up, guys? This is Woogles Outdoors, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a spring snare trap today. Spring snare traps run off saplings. They act as a spring to a trap system that's down here that's a little bit elaborate if you look at it and you don't know what it is. But if you know what it is, it's very easy, very quick to set up, and it's great for catching meals to catch those extra calories when you're in a bushcraft situation. So I'm going to show you how this is done. First off, I'm going to tell you how it's done first, how it works on the animal. You have a noose down here that and they step in the middle of that noose pretty much, or their head goes right over top of the noose, and they bite the bait on the end of this little stick that's real sharp. And whenever they bite that, it pulls this trigger off, and this whole sapling pulls up, and the noose tightens, and it grabs around their neck, their body, whatever, and they hang here. And they'll be off the ground just a little bit here, but it'll definitely mess them up pretty good. So this one is designed specifically for squirrels and really small game. And I'll show you how it's done here. First, you're going to find a sapling, one that's good and springy. I took my machete to this one and trimmed off the extra brush, and this is a very good one. It's very straight, it's got a lot of spring to it. Second, you're going to take your wire, your rope here, which I'm just using regular bank line, fishing line. It's an excellent line to use. Find out what works for you, but make it small and something that works good. Tie it around the top of the sapling here, and then what you're going to do is just bend it over. And you're going to have, preferably don't cut your rope down here yet, keep it on your spool so you have plenty to work with here. Just make sure this is good and tight up here. You're going to bend this over, get down on the ground level here. And then I've already got this stuff set up, but I'll show you how that works here in just a second so you can ignore this stuff. Then you're just going to pull your rope down to the ground and find out where it sits in centered at. Now I've noticed it sets in right in this area, so I've got these two Y sticks. Now these two Y sticks, I'm going to go ahead and move this stuff out of the way here. These two Y sticks are something you're going to cut separately. Let's move this out of the way here. These got the little slingshot shape on them here. You want to plant those in the ground, make sure they got a good strong bottom on them so they're good and sturdy, make sure they're good. Those are your holders. This is what holds the thing in place. You're going to need a long stick about 6 inches or so, based on how your spring snare works. You're going to place it in here, and I'll show you guys a little cheat that I actually do. Is I'm going to plant this right here for now, and I'll move that in just a moment, but this is just an extra little stick that holds this up for me while I work with it, because if you're working with this by yourself, it is a little tricky. So let's move this sapling back up here for now, and I'll move this over here and put this down. So that holds that up there for me. Now I can grab the sapling again, grab my rope here, which has twisted around the tree on me, which is not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Now, I'm just going to take this down here, and you've got this little stick here, which is what runs on your noose, and I just tightened my noose up way too much there. Not a big deal. I can fix that real quickly. So this little stick that's maybe about 2 inches or so long is got a little point on it, and that's what the bait goes on, is this little stick right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to tie it and make some knots back here, tie it real tight around it, leave some extra rope, and make a noose knot. Now, this goes directly underneath your holder here, and you're going to just hold it in place there. And you're going to take this here. I'm going to put a little rock down because it's a pretty soft soil. And I've got a little bit of a flat bottom on this here. And I've got a very, very little tiny head for this one. I'm trying to make it as hairy as possible there. And that's really freaking hairy. But now I messed up here. So what I've got to do is take this noose, try to make it as big as possible to create the surface area for you here. So it's right dead center with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put this right back on here. Try to make it as hairy as possible, and you can do that just by fiddling around with it, knocks, that kind of thing. And for the purpose of this video, I'm probably not going to make it as hairy as it could be, just so I can get it on there quickly for you. Now, since I've got it on there nice and hairy, you put your knot on here, and you're going to preload your food on here before you go ahead and do this. And once they get on there, they're going to go ahead and step inside this little circle here. They're going to grab their food off here, and then that actually hurt my finger really badly. That just, ouch. But I didn't keep my hand in, and I jerked out because it just actually hurt really badly. But it grabs around, and it hangs you up there. It's real easy to do, real simple, and that's a spring snare trap for you. I'm going to reload that one more time, and I'll get back with you. I'm going to show you guys how that actually grabs onto something. I'm going to use a stick this time so it doesn't hurt me. So what's really interesting is this is the actual little thing that holds it up, the thing that holds the trigger up on the stick. So this usually goes right underneath like this right here. This actually got caught on there. If that tells you how quick it can grab something and how small it can be, it grabbed a hold of this and grabbed it up there. So I'm going to do a live action replay and show you how it grabs something real quickly. So So I got this stick placed in the center of the ground. This represents the legs of the animal. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take and just, oh gosh, I'm scared. I got it set on there pretty hardcore. So when it bites onto that, it's going to release, and then look what it did. This is the stick right here that I had in the center of it. And it just, I mean, it wrecks it. It really does. Like, it hurt my hand having it in that trap there. Again, you just want to tie a good noose knot. A noose knot's easy to do. I'll show you how to do one of those in a separate video. But if you have any questions, definitely let me know. We can help you out with that. I want to give big props to my camera guy here for helping me out with this trap today. Definitely showed me a couple extra tricks on it. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment.